Howdy ho folks, it's your multiversal medium here for another episode of Dread Delusion. Last time we left off, we were just kind of exploring, doing us, seeing the Onric Isles through a different lens because we have a skyship. Oh, also before I forget, let's hop on that other ring we just got last episode. So yeah, I noticed this during editing and someone commented it. So we had the faded one, which I was wearing, and we picked up just a regular good one. Also, apparently, they didn't even know that item existed. The individual that commented, you know who you is, you know who you is. And that's kind of surprising, because as far as I know, that dude is the de facto info about this game, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so we have a few options right now. One, slowly relearn how to fly things because it's been like 2 weeks. Two, we can go further with the main quest, go to that island we discovered last episode, which has the giant barrier. I think it's what, probably that one? Yeah, that one that's just kind of in the distance right there. 3, we could do the little quest for the High Confessor. Or 4, which I'm actually vibing with, go to the Nautilus. So yeah, this boy's been kind of just floating in the distance for a long, and I mean a long time. And yeah, as we can kind of see, there's something over here, at the very least. There's definitely, is that just a dock? I mean, sure. I'll just dock right here. What do I have to lose? Why wouldn't I? So yeah, we can finally get close to that and watch all the textures glitch out because it's apparently not supposed to be looked at least from this angle. Lovely. All right, what do we ooh, just teleportal? Okay, yeah, I can dig it. I'm gonna assume that's gonna go into it. So I know this dude is technically like a dungeon slash landmass, and beyond that, don't really know anything else. But since last episode, gosh, I guess a few things have happened. One, I'm finally done recording Harvestella, which is a massive load off my shoulders. Okay, yeah, cool, awesome. Yeah, I like that we're close enough to the entrance that we can actually see, yeah, we know where we're at. I think that's where we parked our ship, right there. Anyways, yeah, Harvestella is done, finally. So that's a massive load off my shoulders. Like a massive load. You guys don't even know. I've got like months and months of episodes to edit though, and go through and then upload, but officially recording is done. The curse is lifted. I don't have to worry about ever dealing with that game again until I'm doing a stupid essay on it. Another random thing that happened was ooh, what are we looking at here? I like books. Book? Crude note found in Cephalok throat. Luca, I'm writing this just like you taught. I'm sorry if my words are bad. The big squid is dying. We all know it. The shrooms are rotten and the harvest are effed. The air is getting thick. Hard to breathe. The Wiccans don't care, holed up in their castle, lording over us in the Dredgetown. We told them the mines were empty, that the squid is dead, and what they do? They just make a magical pickaxe and up our quotas. Well, I'm not standing for it anymore. I'm leaving the big squid. I've been here all my life, just like my dad and my dad's dad. I never breathed air from the big empty, not till today. I'm going to the tongue, Luca. I know you said the fresh air would kill me, that our lungs are wrong, but I don't care no more. I gotta be free. Middle. I mean, yeah, that's not super surprising. You could see a smaller instance of that kind of thing happening when like miners get trapped in a mine. When they're brought back out of a mine after being in it for like days to weeks because it's so dark, they have to have their eyes covered just so they don't go blind in daylight until their eyes and bodies better adapt to, okay, this is effing awesome. This is effing awesome. This is really cool. This is in the giant freaking like squid boy that's just floating in the side. Oh, that's effing awesome. Okay. So it looks like we have our respawn point right here. Okay. But oh, and a save point. Cool. I may as well just pop this real quick. No reason not to. Oh gosh, this is very... It's reminding me of Willy Wonka color-wise. I kind of love it. Not kind of, I just do. This is some good color theory going on right now. There's some good stuff. I'm all for this. Anyways, as I was saying, they have to cover their eyes because they'll just go blind by seeing bright lights. So immediately after going from pitch blackness for so long. Anyways, humans tend to be very able to adapt to various scenarios. It's one of the best things our species can be noted for, the ability to adapt in a lot of environments. If our bodies can't handle it, we'll usually come up with some sort of tech that will allow us to, so on and so forth. They got a whole settlement over here. This is this is awesome. But the issue is that adaptation kind of changes you. If your body is fully adapted to an environment, that means you're not adapted to other environments. We see this to a slight degree in Britain. When the British face a certain... Oh, we need 6. Oh. Honestly, I was debating actually just raising my might up to 9 or so. Simply because we had that one spot on the island with the giant mech and stuff. Yeah, there's stuff over there. I want to go to stuff. I like stuff. Yeah, I think I might actually just raise my might. Anyways, there's that mine, and while I was editing, I'm like, oh, that's Iberian ore. That's very rare ore, actually, just locked behind a 9 might freaking check. So I think I may be putting the rest of my points, if I can get one more point delusion-wise. It doesn't look like I might be able to. Yeah, I don't know if the cost per point goes up as you level up or not. I could have sworn it was like 3 delusions per level, but I haven't checked in a long time. I haven't been putting anything into my stats, so yeah. But if I can get one more stat up, I'll probably just put them all into might just for that one piece of Iberian ore. Like, not for nothing, it's just... seems about right, you know? My lore skill is too low. Excuse you. I'll put on my fancy hat. There we go. And there we go. Oh gosh. 3 paintings. Alrighty. But yeah, it seems like for some reason this later... Well, that was worth it. Later portion of the game seems to lean heavily into needing some stats over others. And I think might's the only stat check where it's like, yeah, you just need might. Not some skill from might, just might. So, yeah, I don't think there's any gear we can do to raise our might beyond just the base stat points. There might be some stuff we could use. I'll have to look into it. But as humans are able to adapt to various scenarios, the issue is that adaptation kind of defines them, and it's hard to adapt to different scenarios. And I was mentioning the British as a small example. The British cannot handle heat, which sounds weird, but like Britain, the UK, just that general area, and I know they're different. If you give them a temperature of like 90 or even over 100 or so, they will melt and die. And it's not just the fact that, like, over generations, they're more adapted to the slightly chillier weather and such. It's that their entire infrastructure is not built around that heat. Like, you go further south in America, and the entirety of the infrastructure is built around AC units and staying out of the heat and just being able to thrive in temperatures that can be over 100 sometimes, depending on where you're at. So when that's not how the entirety of where you live is set up, it's kind of hard to deal with it. So yes, humans are great at adapting, whether physically or technologically, I guess you could say, to live in almost any area. And if you don't believe me, we live in Antarctica to a degree. Obviously, it's more of like a place to study how the planet's poles are, and just overall Antarctica and the unique atmosphere and ecosphere that it is. But we have adapted to be able to live there to a degree. Ah, well. This is all just a random sidetrack. Like, I wanted to talk about, so I've been hyper stressed the past, like, week to month or so, because my father-in-law just decided he was randomly going to visit. And the day I'm recording this is the day after he flew back out, which is a blessing. I hate to say it, but I am going to be one of those stereotypical individuals that, like, doesn't get along with his in-laws whatsoever. I have my reasons for it, and those reasons aren't something I should be saying. They're something my fiance should probably be saying. I just don't agree with some of the stuff they've done over the years. Oh, you're just on the other side. Look at this boyo. Oh, I kind of love him. I kind of love that. Okay, we're still missing one. Still missing one. Could be anywhere. Could even be behind the bed. Nope, apparently not. But I've been super stressed about that and just dealing with it. And gotta say, would not recommend having your random father-in-law decide he's dipping in out of nowhere and then just constantly changing the schedule out of nowhere and telling you to basically deal with it while he demands to be catered to like a freaking toddler. Would not recommend. Ooh, fine ore. That is basically worthless. Should I just start selling that? I don't think I have anything else that needs fine ore. I'll wait until we're like at the end point of the game. Because maybe I'll just randomly pick up another thing like the Emberian chest piece, and maybe it does need fine ore. I don't know. I'm not the game designers. I don't know everything. Anyways, it feels kind of bad, like, just being upset at him for randomly dropping by. Because, like, he dropped by to give my fiance a gift. A gift he promised several years ago and then just kind of forgot about and dipped about. And then when he called back about the gift, like, at the start of the month, he's like, oh, yeah, you guys said you didn't want it, which we never did. But it was a big gift and it was nice. The issue is I had to deal with him. And like I said, he's kind of like a petulant toddler. Just constantly demanding to be taken care of while constantly changing. Oh, they have dream stuff to imbibe here. How the heck did they get dream trade here? Is this area like actually just a proper mining town that is trading with other areas? How did they get like some dreams to trade? That's okay. I thought that was new tech. Journal in the belly of the beast. 1. Diary entry 17. Date unknown. I think it's been close to 4 years since my merchant ship was swallowed by this detestable Cephalok. Without being able to track the neuron stars, it's impossible to tell for sure. And I'll be danged if my fellow mollusk dwellers would know. I think just 4 years ago I was sailing back to my luxury suite in Ryova, where my husband would no doubt have prepared a delectable feast. Now, I squat in this cluster of rotting shacks they call Dredgetown, cursing all those I am trapped here with, while paying fealty to Wiccans of all people. I considered trying to stoke the fires of an uprising. I could have convinced the dredgers, as they call themselves, to rise up against their Wiccan masters. Mayhaps we could have escaped to the tongue of this beast. But then what? The dredgers have been living inside this thing for generations. Their physiology have been changed by the dank air and moist environs, to the extent that I doubt they could even survive in the outer world. And even if we escaped, where would we go? The Cephalok swims through an empty sky, rarely grazing dry land. All that would await us would be a tumbling descent into the underlands to die in the dark. Signed, Luca. Okay, Luca. Do I know a Luca? Do I know a Luca? It sounds vaguely familiar. Honestly, I regret so much not just taking notes throughout the entirety of this game. Glorious treasure. How glorious. Wonderful. Actually, if that was someone new to this area, there's a chance that would explain this. It means someone crash landed here a while ago, vaguely recently. Gosh, a 5 when I have lockpicking gear on? That's rough, man. It is very rough. Ooh. Ooh. Pieces of candy. And by pieces of candy, I mean just a way forward. Anyways, as I was saying about my father-in-law, he'll make plans. Oh, are you guys like aggressive? I don't want to fight. Like, are you guys a faction actually? Like, hold up. Are you guys a faction? Outlaws, endless cadavers. I take you guys out. Does that end in any sort of faction nonsense? Let's take a looky though. No, I don't see anything changing, so I guess I could take him out. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh gosh, I just remembered. I'm a bad shot. Oh no. But he'll basically come up with a plan. Oh hey, let's go do this thing. I'm driving to go do the thing. He's in the back. Why? Because he's constantly drinking. And then just decide not to do that thing and we're gonna go to a different place. So now I need to figure out the way to get to the next place. And we get there. We stay for like 15 minutes. And now we need to figure out where we're going from there. And it's a constant change of plans. Any interaction with him. I have known the man for years at this point. He has not stayed true to a single plan / itinerary in any interaction with him. It's genuinely insufferable. Like, genuinely. But it's something that just I kind of am hunkered down and forced to do anytime I need to interact with the man. But then you add the fact he's kind of a narcissist. So he'll just randomly decide, hey, I'm coming up. Hey, I'm visiting. He lives out of state, which I'm thankful for. I really am. Oh. Let's see here. Get on my good hat. The other fancy hat. Ooh, delusion. Nice. Anyways, he'll just randomly decide to drop by and just tell us last minute, which is highly stressful. I don't know if any of you guys have ever dealt with a visitor slash guest just showing up randomly out of nowhere. It's not fun. It really isn't. Really and for truly. But it's something my fiance and I kind of had to deal with a lot with him. Like once we're getting ready to go to my brother's wedding, which was out of state. We had this huge road trip to do. Amongst other things, we're all prepping for it, trying to get this done. And like a couple days before we're about to drive out, he's just like, yeah, I'm visiting. It's like, what? Oh yeah, it was going to be a surprise, but I figured I'd let you know. We're like basically going to be there tomorrow, whatever, and so on and so forth. And it's like, we're planning on visiting on this day. And it's like, that day we would have been out of state. Like, dude, you can't just do that. But that's his mentality of just, hey, I decided this, so everyone else kind of needs to do what I think is good at that moment. It's his constant mental state and way of handling social interactions. And it is insufferable. Genuinely and for truly insufferable. And it's all paired with the fact, like I said, he's an alcoholic. He's blibbering while doing it. So this is me venting about my future father-in-law who, swindler's ring plus 50 barter. This ring greatly increases the wearer's barter. The modified enticement spell in this ring is tantamount to theft. For this reason, it is sometimes called the Ring of Lost Fingers. Oh, that's some good stuff right there. That's some good lore nonsense. Okay, I hate to say it, until we can get a freaking, what is that? A alchemy station or something. We gotta stop with the worm. The delicious worm. The worm that worms wormily. Is there any way in here from here? You'd think there would be, considering there's a little hoppy spot to it. Nope, doesn't look like there's any entrance. Okay. Oh. Here's what it is. Oh, maybe right there, actually. Yeah, that would be better. Okay. Yeah. Just drop down. Cool. What do I need for that? 7. Need 7, and it's unlock pickable. This is what I'm talking about. It feels like it really wants to push you into using might for several of these checks, and it's the only way to check for might is via having the stat up. I mean, okay, yeah, we could have lockpicked this. That's on me for not looking around, but I'm already locked out of something later unless I get my might to 9, so I'm not super upset about that. I was planning on it. It's just odd comparative to the rest of the game. There we go. Oh well. Once more, not upset about it, just kind of confused. Considering what else we've been looking at for everything else we've been playing. Is this... Okay, that's door bar. Switch that out. This is just open? Okay, is it supposed to just be open? Is it because I did the other one? I'll never know. Not the biggest... Oh, this is glowy. Oh, wow. Very pink. I kind of like it. Pink is a color that's usually not utilized well. I'm going to say that. Oh, there's an alchemy station. Awesome. That's what I was looking for. So let's grab this. Let's make some potions. And then we'll... Sky Snail Cabin. This majestic shell has been renovated for use as a ship's cabin. Ah, awesome. Even before the world end, I had long been accustomed in the sky realms to hollow out sky snail shells to use as shelters. I mean, yeah. Awesome. So what is it? 2 Paradoxicus? Yeah, I think it is. That's the one I have a metric F ton of. Okay. Let's just create... I'm going to say all of them. Why not? We're near the end of the game. Oh, gosh. I don't think there's anything I can do to buff alchemy, so it doesn't really super matter. And reading time. Journal 2 in the belly of the beast. 2. Diary entry 18. Yeah, it's 18. Date unknown. There's talk that the Cephalok, which the locals call the big squid, is dying. To me, its innards look and smell just as awful as when I was shipwrecked here. But apparently they can tell something is amiss. They say the wicked magics are failing. Magics that have kept the Cephalok alive since the Middle Ages, and fill its bowels with rare minerals. The beast is rotting from the inside, and the mushroom yields that we eat are shrinking every month. I learned this from Biddle, a bright young lad who I've been teaching to read and write. Oh, Biddle's dead. Oh no. Yeah, wait, hold up. Up. There we go. There we go. I freaking didn't get the start of the next sentence, and I wanted to go back, but I accidentally hit X. Okay, I learned this from Biddle, a bright young lad who I've been teaching to read and write, seeing as all the non-Wiccan residents of the cesspit are completely illiterate. He may be the first of his lineage to hold a pen to paper. Of course, he can barely string a sentence together, but it's a start. Maybe in a decade he'll be writing poetry, though seeing as his kin base their most important holiday around the Cephalok's largest gaseous discharge. Okay, I can't even blame them. Maybe it just clears the air for him after it freaking farts. I don't blame him. I somehow doubt it would be of any cultural merit. He also told me of a curious item known as the temporal pickaxe. As the creature's innards are running out of minerals, the Wiccans have crafted a pickaxe that can distort time, allowing the miners to dig into the more bountiful past. It is kept far below, deep in the interstitial mines beneath us. Interstitial. That's a new word. I'll look it up after we finish reading this. I'm curious. Signed, Luca. Okay, we're done reading this. I'm gonna look it up. Interstitial. The space between cells in a tissue. Okay. Cool. Makes sense if you're inside a being, yeah. Just never heard it before. It's a medical term. Why is this area so pink, though? Weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looks like there should be a door here because it's a copy of the merchant house or whatever. So usually there would be a door there. Okay, I think we're missing one other area to explore here. Let's head back in. Oh, is it just... Is it because it's like a certain time of day? Okay. Cool. I guess I can dig it. It doesn't look bad. I do like it. Like I was just saying, I think pink is an underused color in general. A lot of people seem to think pink needs to be hyper feminine, but just look at how it's shading the entire area. It's nice. It's really nice, actually. Anything over here? Nah, it doesn't look it. Some stuff I missed apparently after killing a couple dudes. Drop down there in a second. Okay, what are we looking at? Just a tower? Yeah, just a tower. Okay. Sure. Why not? Man, this game has some Dark Souls philosophy when it comes to level design and stuff. So many backtrack points and just moments where you're unlocking areas you were just at that were locked and barred from one side. I like it. It feels very lived in. I think that design philosophy is something that should be used a heck of a lot more than just the classic Souls-like design philosophy. Does this tower let me go further up or get off on a different floor? It looks like... No, it doesn't seem like there's any other floor I can get off of. There are some bridges or whatever connected to stuff, though. Yeah. We might have to enter there from a different spot, probably over yonder. Okay. We'll figure it out. I like exploring and all that. Anyways, the classic Souls-like leveling, dying, meta progression kind of thing. I don't dislike it. I played Bloodborne before. I've gotten fairly far in Dark Souls 1 before burning out on the series, because I went from like finishing everything you could do in Bloodborne to Dark Souls 1. And after beating Ornstein and Smo, I was like, okay, I'm done for now. I'm just done. So I got burnt out. And I'm not against it. I love this kind of like map design philosophy a heck of a lot more than the gameplay when the gameplay is already good. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it used to be a shop. Oh. What are we looking at? Definitely something somewhere doing something or other. That is good to know. Usually the switches are fairly close by, so it should be vaguely around here, but they're getting sneakier and sneakier about where they're placing them, so let's see here. Up here, and there we go. What are we looking at? Oh, place to sleep, obviously. I don't even know if enemies would be able to hit me up here if I slept here. This might be a good spot to actually sleep, even though it's like enemy encampment or whatever. I don't think there's any switches. Hold up. Why don't we just pop on monocles? Yeah, not seeing anything anywhere. Okay. Not seeing anything over here. Yeah. I don't even know what would be unlocked if we did all the switches. I'm not seeing anything that looks like a hidden door. Huh, weird. Well, is what it is. We'll just keep looking around for now. Why not? Okay. So, this thing's been going since the Middle Ages, which is horrifying in a lot of ways. Gosh, since the Middle Ages. Do they legit mean around, like, the medieval era in universe? Like, the era Pegath was pure and all that? Because, oh my effing gosh, Wiccans have been keeping this going since before the Iberian Empire? I don't know how to feel about that. Besides scared. Very, very scared. I mean, obviously if it's Wiccans, they're using a deity of some sort to help keep this going. Or maybe the cephalopod itself is a deity? You know what? Well, we'll have to look into it. Have to look into it and keep checking out more and more bits of lore as we come across them. Treasure. Iberian ore. Cool. How am I looking on ore real quick? Let's see. How much of that stuff I got? 7. It takes 3 to upgrade anything. I know where another one is, so if I get one more Iberian ore, we have enough to upgrade 3 things? But I think I only have 2 things that can be upgraded. there a third thing you can get? Huh. Hold on. Just cross that bridge when you come across it, I guess. Okay, maybe it's that's eventually going to be opened with all the other stuff. Which would probably be... Oh, he's a big boy. Don't think I didn't see you. Oh, you a chunkster. Oh me, oh my. Look at this chunky boy. Gosh dang. Yeah. Such a chunky boy. I like him. I feel bad I need to take him out. The removal of the goblin faction is something I deeply wished never happened. Obviously it's probably better game mechanics wise, but doesn't mean I like it. And I never even got to do it, so yeah. Oh gosh. Great color theory going on. Okay, what are we looking at? Oh, it's just a bomb. Cool. I like blowing stuff up occasionally. Cool. Just not usually in this game. Okay, that's... Sky snail sails. Dangling limbs of a sky snail, enchanted with cipher magic to operate independently of their body. Oh, am I gonna get a hull too? Am I just gonna freaking fly a snail? I'm all for this. Though lacking the potential speed of traditional sails, these steadying limbs help any craft achieve greater handling. Okay. And hold up real quick. Because it felt like I was walking into something. No? No? Just a weird invisible bit that's... Okay. Yeah, that's apparently just a glitch, that there's something supposedly here and I can't see or interact with it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Just sometimes. It's what I was... Okay. I didn't unbar that, but it was unbarred. You know what? Whatever. I think this was the last area added to the game. So if it's a bit glitchy compared to every other area, so be it. It is what it is. It's not like I'm upset. I kind of just love going through here. This is nice. Grab that. Alrighty. What are we looking at? Also a temporal pickaxe, huh? I'm curious about the ramifications of such a thing. Time travel is almost always a thing you really shouldn't be messing with. Unless you completely build around time travel as a major premise and you handle it well, which most media doesn't. So yeah, it's usually a heck of a lot safer for basically every media to never touch or deal with time travel. So a pickaxe that takes ore from back in time when the vein was just full of ore, is that stealing ore from the past? If you kept doing that, why would a mine ever show up there? What are we looking at? Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, hi. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna put on some parfum and look all dapper dandy for you. How you doing? A withered man sits by the window, laboring over each wheezing breath. Tattoos of a forgotten outlaw band adorn his neck and hands, blurred with age. He looks at you fearfully and wheezes, I won't tell you, but if they come looking for you, I won't hide you. Fair enough, why not? If who comes looking? Who do you think, idiot? It's sick, isn't it? This whole thing. I should never have taken this job all those years ago. He begins coughing violently. What was the job? What kind of work were you doing? Goodbye. What was the job? It was a long time ago now. He told me it was manual labor, but the type that gets you hanged by the Inquisition. He didn't tell me the location or the client. I never heard of the Coven of the Mollusk. Supposedly all I had to do was get on an airship, do the work, not ask questions, take the money, go home, and shut the F up about it forever. Easy money, I thought. No thieving, no kidnapping, no murder. For an outlaw like me, that's just as regular as work gets, and the pay was nice too. He coughs, clutching his abdomen in pain. But long story short, I effed up. Nothing here is free. I got into debt and couldn't leave. I came so close to paying it off, but my body started to deteriorate, and I started making less and less money. Now I'm so deep in the hole, I might as well be buried in it. Not that I have long to live anyway. What kind of work were you doing? Did you ever try to escape, or I see? What kind of work were you doing? He's going to you. Mining, I guess you could call it. The mollusk produces shroom weave ore deep in its womb. Okay, I don't like going in there. No, thank you. That's what the Coven is here for. My work was to move heavy crap around so this could happen. Sometimes I'd help cut away some flesh where it wasn't wanted, or graft a piece of somewhere else. Everything was so large it took a team of 3 or 4 to do anything. His voice begins to go hoarse from talking so quickly. He lets out a deep cough. Did you ever try to escape? I dreamed about it, but they control every airship, check every detail, and if the Coven caught me, I'd be... He coughs violently. You wonder if he's going to throw up. I see. You've never taken this job. What kind of work were you doing? She's just like me, you know? The mushrooms are growing, and your body can't fight them. It kills you slow, let me tell you. These bastards brought the mushroom here a long time ago. They infected the mollusk because it was useful to them. Over the span of a generation, the mycelium spread while the Coven declined. Now it's completely out of their control. Everything outside their castle is falling apart. The mollusk really is just like me, though. One day soon, she's going to be gone forever. And you know what? The fanatical dreams that were built on her back will die with her. His passion exceeds him and another coughing fit ensues. By the time he recovers, he seems to have lost his train of thought. I should never have taken this job. Okay, goodbye. Oh, you're going already? Sorry, man. I'll leave you to it. But yeah, there's a lot of spores and stuff around here. Probably not good for you. Probably not good for any of us. But good bit of lore, though. So, got a bit of an overlook of the castle over there. I think that's actually a way to get to it. But I don't think we've explored everything around the castle. And the castle kind of feels like endpoint. If you catch my drift. Probably where we're supposed to end up. So yeah, let's just kind of wander around. This is obviously a backtrack. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is another... Yeah, we didn't explore down there. And what is this one? Just a Who's My What's It? Oh, I like Who's My What's It. Cool. Gosh. This game is just so fun to explore. Oh, ow. Ouch. Ow. Ow. Gosh dang it. Ow. I love that I said that and just immediately step on a trap. That was, weirdly perfect. Oh, well. Okay, so we got a torture chamber thing going on. Cool. Well, not cool, but torturer's tooth key. A heavy iron key with the emblem of a tooth scratched into the metal. It is said that beneath the castle of the Coven of the Mollusk is a terrifying dungeon where all manner of foul deeds have been performed. Wow, cool. I actually really like this. An order of Wiccans that have somehow survived hidden this entire time. Arguably, possibly, trying to get enough materials and what have you in order to probably strike at the apostatic union again. From what we can tell via Shroomweave ore, it's... Oh, I can see outside. How nice. That happens sometimes. Isn't Shroomweave ore the ore that if you turn your weapon into it, it helps spell casting? I believe that was the Shroomweave. I'd have to get to a foraging station to go through them. Because I can't remember exactly... Oh, this looks grotesque. Oh. Corn, I see. Lovely. But, I can't remember what the Void Ore did, and... Oh, gosh. Big Chungus ass boy. Get you settled. Because I already know you'll probably wreck me. Actually, you guys don't seem as tough as some of the enemies we're facing on the other islands, so maybe not. But the Void Ore and the Shroomweave, or whatever, I can't remember the difference between the two because it's been a long time for me. Probably like around a month. So, yeah, it's kind of on me. What else? So, is this where the tooth key goes? Apparently not. Apparently not. Where the lockpicks go, though. Need a 5. Let's pop on the lock bug and maybe the auto lockpick as well. Mechanical lockpick. There we go. Okay. These traps seem bigger than the other ones. I like how just randomly some of this stuff is differently sized. I really do. It feels weird, but I ain't against it. So... Okay, what are we looking at there? It's one of the weird bird-like things, and... That's that. That's a different path. Oh, so... This locked, or... That one's locked. Okay. That one needs a different key. So this one took the tooth key. Which one does that take? Questions. So many questions. Ooh. And open. Good stuff. Ooh. That's a mine over there. Okay. Well, I suppose we're going to get to the mine eventually. Kind of just a eventuality more than anything else. How do you think the goblin like creatures got here actually? We are still inside a giant mollusk. Oh, that's a spot I don't think I ever checked out. Like, I understand the Wiccans and workers and everything arguably probably came here of their own accord at some point, but how did the goblins get here? What led to them being here? Okay. There we go. So, knick-knack, doodad, key? Key! Torturer's finger key. A slender key with the emblem of a finger etched into the metal. The miners at Dredgetown speak in hushed tones of the coven of the Mollusk Castle dungeon, where their wicked masters punish insubordination with the harshest of measures. Ooh. Like... I find it fascinating, like, the outlaw dude, who's basically just indentured slave right now. That means, obviously it was a job. Was he sold out by the rest of his band, basically to join this job when they knew? Did other outlaws basically sell him out? Something has changed. Ooh. Fancy. Grotesque. Bloody. Let's get this chest first. Purple one usually has some good. Remarkable treasure. Okay, yeah. Okay, and what are we looking at here? Sadist's gloves. A sadistic glove designed to make physical attacks more painful. Oof. After the sectarian schism and their defeat in the God War, the radical Wiccan denomination adopted increasingly brutal attitudes towards discipline. Oof. Gosh dang, man. I hope the devs do another game in this setting at some point. I really do. So we have the mine and the castle. I guess I'll go for the mine. Worst case scenario, I can circle back. Anyways, yeah, I hope the devs... Well, actually, I don't even know if this game leaves an opening for another entry in the setting. But I like this setting a lot. It would feel bad to have a setting this fleshed out, haha, pun intended, and then just drop it after one game. This is the kind of world building you don't see in a lot of series. And I just would be upset if this is all we see. Okay, let's go this way, I guess. I feel like I'm in a certain raid in WoW Classic or something. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything. Ain was depleted long ago. Okay. My shoes make a, like, splashy, wet sound when freaking walking around here, and that's kind of awesome. Okay, buddy, what are we looking at? There we go. There we go. Suppose I should pop one of these too. It's getting to that point. Alrighty. Gosh. It doesn't look safe. Is it safe? Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, this doesn't look safe. Oh well. In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess. But yeah, I feel like I'm in one of the raids from WoW Classic. That's like a bunch of bugs or something. It feels very fleshy if I'm remembering right. I don't really like WoW. I don't. Couldn't get into it. Tried multiple times for my fiance because she really likes WoW. And gotta say, I'm just not a fan of the gameplay. Just no class ever really clicked, I guess you could say, and felt right. There's a delusion up there. Gosh. Some gunk. Lockpick. Some other gunk. Never ending flow of snot. Gosh, good stuff. I mean, gross, but good stuff all the same. I'm just suddenly reminded of a stupid idea. Well, it's not a stupid idea. I just bounced off something earlier in the series. So remember the dude with like all the really stupid enchanted items outside the Erudite Academy? He's like, they just don't comprehend my genius. Yada yada. And he's got some of the weirdly stupidest, well, also maybe even good items that I've ever seen. What if... I kind of just want to give a D&D party something like this and see what the heck they can come up with. But like a never-ending flowing goblet of snot. What could you do with that? Like, what is the practical purpose of a never-ending fountain, flowing goblet, whatever, of snot? Because there's got to be practical uses that somebody could think of, and I'm just not that somebody. But gosh, am I curious what the heck that somebody would come up with. That's for sure. Oh, I love that. Oh. My utter lack of aiming is coming to bite me in the butt again and again. I think the last time I played Fallout 3, I even just went like hand to hand as opposed to just shooting. Oh, remarkable treasure. This time we gotta pop up about it because I don't know. I still don't know what denotes whether or not we'll get a info pop up about some items. Kind of just picking and choosing at this point, at least from what I can tell. Anyway, last time I played Fallout 3, I went just like pure hand to hand, and well, it wasn't the best build. I don't think melee is super great in Fallout 3. If I remember right. It's more practical in New Vegas, but it's still not the smartest move because obviously you're within melee range of a lot of stuff. And some things thrive on melee, like death claws. And death claws just ignore all armor. Which means you're in melee range of one of the deadliest things that there's a lot of in New Vegas. And they just ignore your armor. But they do at least have a lot of good melee weapons and perks in New Vegas, unlike 3. Ring of Iron Skin, plus 30 defense. This enhanced ring greatly increases the wearer's defense by hardening their skin. Intricate details of pure Iberian ore seem to have been added to this ring by some long forgotten craftsman. Ooh, fancy. I like the fact that we're getting upgraded versions of all these like accessories we've gotten throughout the game. And it's like, oh yeah, this is a time-worn, faded, mass-produced one. It's alright, it's enough. Then we get like an antique one, it's like, ooh, fancy. It's like getting a knockoff Rolex, and it's like, yeah, we'll tell the time. It's whatever. And then just like going through things, it's like, yeah, it's a genuine Rolex right there. Ooh. Don't I feel fancy? Okay, buddy. Come on. There we go. Keep this up, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. Time to switch over. Get these guys sorted. I swear, I think I started this game by choosing like magic-based stuff. So I didn't know how the magic was. And it's not that the magic's bad. The magic's perfectly acceptable. Better than some games, actually. With their magic systems. I want to play this game in a way that's counterintuitive to almost every other game I've ever played. I don't feel the constant need of clearing out every place I'm at, except these later areas, because these later areas are dangerous if I don't do that. Ooh, what are we looking at here? Ooh, temporal. Oh, that was a quest? Okay. Temporal pickaxe. Mining really is a form of time travel. You descend into the earlier layers of the earth and extract them. This curious pickaxe just makes the process a little more direct, allowing the mining of what was once there, as well as what still is. Oh, okay. Oh. This looks different. Iron ore. Oh, okay. And this is Iberian. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I won't need to upgrade my might up to 9 if I'm allowed to get Iberian ore from various mining nodes. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Just not what I expected. Oh, what's up, man? Nope. 90 charm. You need 90. Gosh dang. You need me to be the fanciest of boys to get through here, apparently. And what do we get for our effort? Being so fancy? Sky snail hull. A mature sky snail fitted with an enormous saddle hull. While sky snails have often been bred as beasts of burden due to their aerial buoyancy, few grow to a size such as this. Though not as aerodynamic as other hulls, a well-trained snail can be maneuvered with ease. Okay, looks like we're getting rid of speed for the sky snail stuff, but gaining a great deal of handling. Okay, cool. Oh, what's up, man? Honestly, I feel like I could just skip all you guys. I really probably could. You guys are not nearly as threatening as a lot of the enemies I've been fighting recently, the past few episodes. Still can't believe I died like 3 times in one episode. That was surreal in a weird way. Considering I've gone the entire game and only died like 5 times until then. What do we got here? Shroom Weave ore. It did the same thing as with the Void Stone ore. Okay. It just didn't have a pop-up. Okay, what are we looking at? Shroom Weave. A shimmering stone sprouting with fungi will upgrade an Emberian weapon to Shroom Weave. Okay, cool. Cool. That's very nice. Gosh. I feel like I just randomly ran in a direction and now I'm completely lost, which, that's probably not good. Especially when I'm just going around the gut and intestines of a nearly dead creature. Ooh, what are these? Ooh. Piece of candy. I haven't interacted with one of these type of lore things since we were leaving Hollowshire. We haven't seen that switch in a minute. Yeah, that... I love that this door just isn't attached to stuff. That's great. I kind of love it. Alright, let's just keep an eye out for more lore stuff. That glows glowily in the glowing. Yeah. I haven't come across these little pillars in a minute. Honestly, I think this is only the second time we've had to use those as a lore switch. That's odd. Is that more Emberian? Yeah, that was more Emberian ore. I guess guaranteed 10 things of Emberian ore? That's interesting. Like, I guess there's no need for Emberian ore to be capped at how many things you can make out of Emberian. It's just... it's supposed to be super rare in the setting, so it's like, yeah, do you get extra? I get extra? Why? Well, you just get extra. Okay. I guess I just get extra. Okay. There's definitely a way up to you, isn't there? Apparently not this way. There should be a way. Yeah, there we go. What are you doing, weenie? These dudes always just remind me of, like, some weird Clive Barker Hellraiser style imagery. Which, I guess my fiance would like. What else? She likes the dude. He's not a bad dude from what I know. Oh, gosh. Shroom wine. I know a lot of people think of, like, one thing or another when you mention Clive Barker. And, I guess I think of Hellraiser. My fiance thinks of... what was it, like Amaranth or something like that? Was it Amaranth? Amaranth? A weird book series that she grew up reading. I think we properly circled back now. Okay. Yeah, I think we fully basically circled back. Cool. I think there were still a few areas we didn't fully explore, so let's go back to that, but we'll do that next episode. There it is. There's a pathway. Because it's been an episode and, well, we still have a lot more to do. So I'll talk to you guys later in another episode of Dread Delusion or whatever on my channel. I'm probably going to be low-key in a better mood moving forward because, well, like I said at the start of this episode, I am finally done with Harvestella. So I'm not going to have that curse or anything on my mind for a hot minute until I finish editing all the videos based around it, and I'm just good, done with it. After that, once I catch up to it essay-wise with all my other essays I'm doing, yeah, that'll be annoying, but I'll be able to perfectly put into words all the things I hate about it. I'm thinking of having a counter of the amount of plot holes, retcons, and contradictions it makes. That doesn't seem right. I thought those were supposed to be in there. Or maybe... Oh yeah, I already mined that one, so maybe that is right. I'm incorrect. Cool. Awesome. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. I'll talk to y'all later in another episode. But until then, ciao!